Hi guys, good morning. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm also fine here in my farm. Today I'm just doing this video in the farm because it is around 8 a.m. and I felt like I would check up on the farm because we are receiving a lot of rain and crops are growing very fast. So it's important just to check out on the kitchen garden to see if there are pests, if there are weeds, and also the progress of the vegetables in my kitchen garden. And so today the first vegetable I just want to show you the progress is the carrot. So carrots take around 10 to 16 weeks to mature. That is after sowing them. And so when you're planting, do not plant an area that is waterlogged, and also do not over fertilize the carrots. Also, another important thing when you're planting, the spacing should be around 3 to 5 centimeters. This will help them now to produce well and not overcrowded. Also, avoid planting an area that has so many weeds. Second vegetable that I'm going to show you is the garlic. I'm so excited about the garlic because I'm so surprised because this is the second time I'm planting garlic. The first time I planted garlic, I didn't time well. I planted it too late, and so by the time it was about now to mature, there were no rains. When they were trying now to form the garlic bulbs, there was no rain, so they didn't do so well. So this time round I decided now to plant the garlic early enough because we understand garlic takes around 9 to 10 months to mature. So the best time to plant is around March or April, so that they have a whole year, because here in the village in Western Kenya we receive rain from March to around November, and even last year we received rain until December. So that was the best time now to plant the garlic. So I'm also going to show you the progress. I'm so excited about garlic because it's doing really well. So let's check it out. So garlic takes around 9 to 10 months to mature. So the best time to plant them is between April and March. And they are a very heavy feeder on fertilizer. So they are best planted soil that is very fertile so that they can produce well. So this is the progress now a month later. I'll be showing you step by step progress on the garlic. So I'm also going to show you the progress of the red onions. It is the first time I'm planting the red onions, and it is 1 month now in the nursery. So red onions take around 90 to 120 days to mature. That depends with the breed or the brand of the onion that you bought. And so you're supposed to wait until they form other leaves, like here. They're starting to form the second one, so they're supposed to form three, and then that is the time you transplant them. Red onions also need a lot of water, and also an area that is fertilized, and where there is a lot of sunlight. So that is how they perform. If you do that, they perform well. Ginger takes longer to now start shooting, but I'm still going to show you the progress of the ginger as at now, 30 days later. So ginger takes around 9 to 10 months to mature. So I always plant the market bought ginger. So that is the reason why they take longer now to start shooting. But if you buy the seedlings, they'll shoot faster. So this is the progress. If you see the ones that have that shot faster, it's because they had that bud had started now sprouting. So that is what I always do, and they need a lot of rainfall or sufficient water so that they produce more and they grow. So the best time to start planting them is between March, April, so that they have a longer time now to start producing. But if you delay, if you're planting on the ground and not irrigating, the best time to plant them is during March or April, because during that time we are receiving rain all through November. So one of the vegetables that I prefer planting, and it is always in my farm, is the cowpeas, the slender leaf, or we call here mito, and also the jute leaves, or we call them murere. So those three vegetables, they grow very fast, and I prefer planting them every single time. Every time I uproot or I harvest, I have to plant some. So I'm also going to show you the progress of the cowpeas, the jute leaves, and also the slender leaf. During in 1 month's time, I've been able to harvest the cowpeas twice, and I've also planted some, and also the jute leaves I've been able to harvest twice. So I'm just going to show you the progress. So if you're in the village, this is the easiest plant vegetable now to plant. There are two ways to harvest. You can pick the tip of the slender leaf. This is the slender leaf, or you can uproot, especially if you plant them too many. The best way to do it so that you maintain them is to uproot them. So it is very easy to plant the slender leaf. And I always prefer planting slender leaf and also the cowpeas. This is the cowpeas leaves, or the cowpeas. So two ways to uproot your cowpeas. You can uproot them, or just pick the tip of the cowpeas so that they sprout more. So I always mix the slender leaf with the cowpeas when I'm cooking, and also the jute leaves. So most of the time, if I uproot, I make sure that I've planted more. And they grow very fast, so it is an easier vegetable to grow in your garden. This is the jute leaves, or here we call them murere. Also, I always do the same thing, uprooting or picking now the tip, so that now they can start expanding. So if you pick the tip, they'll start now growing other leaves from the side. As seen here, they have started now growing again from the side. So these are the three vegetables that I mix when I'm cooking together with. So one of the things that I always struggle with here in my kitchen garden is the spider plant, because we know spider plant grows very fast, and the more you delay, they start flowering. So the problem I had here, because I have a lot of vegetables, so I delayed to uproot the spider plant. So spider plants grow very fast, but you're supposed to be very careful, as I've said earlier, that you're supposed to pick the tips very early so that you prevent them from now starting to mature early. So here I prefer planting also the spider plant, because one, I have a lot of birds, and the birds do not like eating the spider plants. So this is another vegetable that is very easy to plant here. This is a month later, you're able to even to harvest. If you delay harvesting the spider plant, they start having turning yellow, and also they start flowering. So but just checking, they have started again to sprout, because when I picked the tip, they started now to sprout again. So probably I will just leave them, or if they start flowering again, I'll just uproot them and plant others. One of the vegetables that I don't miss here in my farm is the kales. So I don't plant the seedbed kales. I always plant the suckers kales. So they've lasted in my farm for the last 3 years or 4 years, and I've maintained that breed of kales for a very long time. some call collard greens, and but here the common name, common English name is the kales. So I'm also going to show you the progress 1 month later, so that you can see now the progress of how they have grown. They do not grow very fast like the other kale, but they are doing well as compared to the other days. So kales or collard greens are the easiest vegetables to grow. When I say the easiest, they are the easiest. So I always plant the suckers kales, and I've maintained these kales for a very long time. So when you're planting them, you just pluck now one of the suckers from the main kale, and then you plant them on the ground. So that is the easiest way to plant the sucker kales, and they always need compost manure. The more you give them compost manure, the more they will produce more leaves, and very healthy leaves. Spinach also grows very fast in the garden, so I'm also going to show you the progress now. I always plant them on the seed bed, and then I transplant them later. So spinach is a fast growing vegetable. So there are two ways to plant. You can buy the seedlings, or you can buy the seeds and then put them on the nursery and then you plant. So mine, I always buy the seeds and put them on the nursery. So that's what I always do. And they do not need a lot of maintenance, just compost and well drained soil, and they're good to go. In 1 month, you're able to even harvest your spinach in your farm. So it is very easy to grow spinach, and this is the progress as at now, now a month later. Also these ones, after I transplanted them now from the seed bed now to the ground, they are doing okay, and they don't like a lot of water. So don't plant them in a waterlogged area, or else you won't harvest even a single spinach there. Cabbage takes around 60 days to mature, so I'm also going to show you the progress. It needs a lot of rain and well-drained soil, so I'm going to show you the progress, and also needs a lot of manure so that they produce well. So this is the first time I'm planting cabbage. They're doing well. I planted them in phases so that I do not have a lot of mature cabbage at the end. So they only need a lot of fertilizer or compost manure, and they're good to go. As you can see, some are big and some are small. Also, I'm going to show you the progress on my cucumber. This is the first time I'm planting cucumber, and I think I'm seeing signs of flowering, so it is a good progress. So I'm just going to show you now the progress. I think it is now around 3 weeks since I planted the cucumber. So cucumber need warm weather so that they do well, and also fertilizer or compost. So I'm just seeing some have started to show signs of climbing. So I'm just going to put some sticks and strings so that they can start climbing. These ones I maintained them here because they were here in my pot. So I maintained them here. And I'm so excited about the cucumber because I love eating cucumber so much. Is the tomatoes. I always plant my tomatoes in the bed, and then I transplant them now to the ground after they've reached around 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So I transplanted them just last week. So I'm just going to show you the progress with the bell peppers. It is now 1 week after I planted them. I transplanted them now to the ground. So I'm just going to show you the progress. So tomatoes do well in warm weather. So that's why so many farmers prefer planting them in the greenhouse so that you can have good harvest. But this is a breed that can do also well in open field. And this is now 1 week after I transplanted them from the seed bed. So I always grow my green bell peppers or yellow or red from the ones that I buy from the supermarkets. So I save the seeds and then put them in the bed and then plant them later. So bell peppers are very easy to plant and also to grow. They only need compost and good soil and you're good to go. I know today I'm talking about the vegetables in my garden, but I have one fruit that I'm going to talk about, and now it is the watermelon. It is my first time planting watermelon. I always, when I buy the watermelon fruit, I eat the fruit and then I retain the seeds. So this time round, after I retained the seeds, I decided now, let me plant the seeds somewhere so that I can now transplant them. So that time came, I transplanted them, and so today I'm just going to show you the progress 1 month later. So wow, now this is a month later. They have started to flower, so this is good progress. And because I had said they perform well in warm weather and they need a lot of sunlight for like 5 to 6 hours of sunlight in a day. So probably this is the best area to plant also them. I'm going to allow them to crawl down in this area, the whole of this area, because there are around four of them. So they are going to occupy all this space because I felt like now this is the best place now to let them grow here. So I'll just be showing you the progress of the watermelon. So the coriander, as we call it here, is a very easy vegetable to grow. The only you need to know the trick of growing it by soaking the seeds and then you put them in the ground. And also, I do not miss having the spring onions in my farm. Very easy to grow vegetable. I do not uproot. What I do, I just pick the leaves of the spring onions, and then because I consume spring onions every single day here in my home, so it's a very easy vegetable to grow here, and I love growing it, so I have to have it in my farm. So this is a continuous process, so I cannot say this is 1 month later, but it has always been here. So lastly, this is the broccoli. This is the last vegetable that I've planted, and it is my first time planting it. I planted in the seed bed and then transplanted them here. But the birds are really eating the leaves. I don't know what I'm going to do because my whole farm is full of birds. But they're doing okay, but I don't know if I'm going to harvest any. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you've watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed and see you in my next video. Bye bye.